Hello and welcome to Dusseldorf. I'm on the Beneteau stand. The boat I'm going to show you today is the Grand Trawler 63. It's the largest of the trawler series, something they introduced a few years ago, and is really something quite special. So let's have a look at it on the water and then we'll dive in. Right, so here we are at the stern of the boat, and I'm just going to quickly just give you a total view because it is quite imposing. Let's jump onto this very large platform, which is high-low, so it drops down into the water. You can see here we have a series of steps that will actually form a staircase when it lowers. We've got chocks here to hold a tender. Under here we've got a bathing ladder that flops out so you can be in and out of the water easily, but it is nicely laid out, and I like these steps here, so you can sit on here and watch the world go by, or it just makes access really easy. Now before we go into the boat proper, if I just show you this area, because this is the crew cabin. Now this boat very definitely has ideas about having crew on board. It's almost big enough to handle yourself, but so if we just look here, we've got the kind of laundry area, so there's a washing machine in there, and if I go in here, you have your sleeping accommodation, so 2 bunks, wardrobe in here, but it's all nicely kitted out again, and if you needed extra accommodation and not the crew, then it certainly wouldn't be unpleasant. And here we've got a shower. And then over here we have a big storage cupboard, but well, storage cupboard at the moment, but there is actually a loo in there. But at the show it's just being used as a store. Now also what we've got down here is access to the engine room. We'll just pop in here because we have a pair of 730 horsepower MAN diesels. So there's your engines, and then if we just look around all the installation, so down here we've got all our fuel filtration system, engine management system, got a generator there, tanks over there, all nicely laid out. There's good headroom in here. I can't quite stand up, but absolutely no problem crouching slightly. Checker plate on the floor, but great access to these engines if you had to work on them. Get around the other side quite easily. Down there you can just see stabilizers, Sleipner stabilizers, but very nicely laid out. Right, let's jump up into the boat proper. So we get access via these steps. Now there are steps on the other side which are hidden because that hatches up, but you can get at both sides. Here we have a really nice deck shower, so if you do come out of the water from that bathing ladder, you can shower yourself off. Let's have a quick look at this mooring gear. Beautifully chunky, and a little bin store there for your rope tails. Down there is the foot pedal for that winch. We do have a side access gate which is quite useful if you're ever moored side to, but let's have a good look at this beautiful cockpit. Totally covered, so keep the sun off and dare I say rain if it was raining, but it has a very nice quality feel to it. Let's have a look at the ceiling, because you've got these really funky lights. You've obviously got a nice sound system there, but what's unusual is you've got a good grab rail there. Don't often see those in this location. So a lovely bench seat along the back. We've got freestanding furniture, We've got a hatch that goes down to that engine room, and the other side is a mirror image really with our mooring gear and the side access door. Let's have a wander down the side, and I love these. It's a bit of a feature for the trawlers, but it is very cool. And as we go down the side, you've got a nice handrail here which comes up to pretty much my waist. I've got that cover over here, classic kind of trawler style I guess, but it means you are sheltered if it's not great weather. Now as I go forward, the rail comes up to my chest, and then a few steps up and we're on the bow. And here we've got a great locker. Just open that. So in there, fenders, warps, even a tender if you wanted to. We've got a fabulous sun pad on the front. See the back lifts up there. We've got cup holders, and we've also got a little sofa here as well. So you could sit up here, underway, and watch the miles drift by. Here at the bow, quite a snub nose. It's very rounded, but you've got all your anchor gear there. I'll just quickly lift up here, and you can see in here we've got a very deep chain locker that even requires a ladder to get down to it, but you've got your windlass there. And we'll just wander back down the other side. You've got another identical locker there, and we've got good access into the boat, but we'll have a look at that from the inside. Right, we also have steps up to the Flybridge there, but I'm not going to go up those. I'm going to go up the internal ones. So let's quickly have a look at what we've got as we enter the saloon, because it is very inviting. Nice and light, both in materials and daylight coming in. We've got huge windows either side. We've got a really nice sociable seating area there, which you would get, I don't know, 6 on I guess. Then you've got 2 over there. Over there we have the obligatory wine chiller, have our Fusion stereo there, and here, although it isn't fitted, we have a pop-up TV. So you've got all the ingredients to make this area very entertaining. Again, I'm just going to look at the ceiling again because I think A, it's very cool, and B, unusual again to have a handhold, which is great. I love this sort of detailing here. Very nicely finished. As we go down, the starboard side's got more storage here. Let's pop that open. Actually got a fridge in there. More storage there, more storage there. And then we come to the dining area. Now this is a separate dining area. And again, you could put some extra seats here, freestanding, but you'd get 6 or 8 around that. Now interestingly, the galley here can be totally sectioned off, and this is so that your crew can work in here and won't disturb you while they are cooking your meals. And also there is an access door for them, so they could come out of the crew cabin, down the side of the boat, into the galley and not disturb you at all. But let's have a quick look around this galley. So storage up there, all round. Got a nice size stainless sink there. We have a dishwasher in here. Under there we've just got some nice cupboards, more cupboards and storage there. Oven there, hob, and of course in here we've got a good sized fridge, and beneath it a good sized freezer, and of course a wine rack for your red wine. Okay, let's jump forward and we come to the helm station, because this is quite important and quite impressive. So before we dive into the helm itself, I've got a great sofa there. So if you were on passage and not probably having crew on board, you could sit the whole family here, certainly seating for 4, maybe 5. But let's have a look at these seats, because they really do wrap themselves around you. The bolsters will flip up like that, so you can stand or sit. I think most of the time you'd probably sit. but then you're faced with this amazing helm. So you've got 3 big screens there showing all the information you could possibly want. You have the controls for those MANs, but you also have a joystick system on it, which means that it's going to be really easy to dock. Got all your stabilizer controls, engine controls, auto helm, thrusters, all your switch gear, all really nicely close at hand. And a place to put your phone and your knickknacks while you're going. But what you have got from here is supervision. You would of course fold those cushions down because that's a bit of a block at the moment, but great screens. Forward screens actually facing backwards slightly. But very nice indeed. Now before we go into the accommodation, let's go up this staircase, which takes us up to the Flybridge, because this is quite a special place. I'm going to start forward and work back. So we've got a hatch that obviously seals off the accommodation for the Flybridge, because you wouldn't want rain coming down if it did. Then in front of the helm you've got this super sun pad with a nice backrest, so you don't have to lie down, you can sit up and watch the world go by, watch the miles go by. And then on the port side you've got this sort of L-shaped seating, which is good for 2 or 3 people. So the helm is beautifully laid out. We have all the controls that you have down below, so 3 big screens, engine controls over there, throttles and joystick, got our thrusters there, auto helm, fusion controller, basically everything you need, and some lovely seats. Again, these have the flip up bolsters so you can stand if you should need to. Let's move back slightly and then we come to this huge dining area. So it's got seating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 certainly, if not more. It's got a really big table, so this folds out, that's folded out, and then this leaf would obviously fold out there as well. So it's totally adjustable to whatever size table you might require. On the opposite side to that, we have this kind of bar arrangement. I love the way the decking is repeated on the face of that, but it's somewhere where, again, if you're crewed, your crew could cook for you, serve for you, and basically prepare your meal for you. So under here we've got a really nice Kenyan grill. There is a small sink there. Here we've got a really nice fridge, keep all your food and drink cold. In here we've got an ice maker, and under here a bit of storage and a bin. A very comprehensively kitted out wet bar, and as I say, it's really nice that it's separated off from your dining area. Right, if we move aft again, we've got this open space which is really totally configurable because it's down to freestanding furniture, but a fabulous space and a really nice view over the back. And you've got that glass there, so you don't have to actually peer over the top. But I just look back quickly and you get an idea of the size of this Flybridge. Right, let's get down and see the accommodation. Right, let's come down these steps into the accommodation, and I'm going to start with the VIP, which is up in the bow. So beautiful double cabin, bed offset, doesn't go down the centre line of the boat. We've got 2 huge windows either side. Nice bit of storage in there, and storage all down there. Drawers down the side of each side of the bed. Very nicely lined. It's a lovely feel, and the ceiling as well. Over here we've got our ensuite. So if we walk in here, great size sink, lovely great mirror, nice and high up there with a port, loo down there, and over here we have a walk-in shower. But very nicely fitted out, and the quality of the furnishings and linings are really good. This is the main heads, so it'll be shared by the other cabins. Again, we've got sink, nice walk-in shower, electric loo. But again nicely finished. And let's get into this twin cabin. Nicely finished walls, twin cabin there with a little cubby and drawer between it, nice lighting, great size hull window. Again, it's going to be really bright. And interesting, the ceiling up here is really high. I'm 6'2" and I'm not hitting anything. I would step down there and it would just tower above me. And here we've got storage, and this goes through to that bathroom that we just saw, so it acts as an ensuite when it isn't being the day heads. So last but not least, we come to this fabulous master full beam cabin. I'll just let you take it in. As I say, right across the boat, two huge hull windows, great lighting throughout, really good storage. This panel here, which looks like a tray on its side, is actually for a big TV, so watch that from bed. And again, just lots of storage all down here, down the side of the bed, nice non-slip surface there. Even in here, we've got storage. At the other side, we've got a dressing table, which you can put bits and bobs in there, but very, very sumptuous and beautiful. Of course, it has its own ensuite with a very large walk-in shower, great sink, vanity unit storage, and of course a loo down there. Port out there, just fabulous. And there we have it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a very, very impressive and very large boat. The price of this boat is, as a base price starting point, is 2.3 million. This boat is a fair bit more than that because it has a lot of extras, as you probably would end up doing. That price does include tax though, so it's not a without tax price. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much for watching.